Got no drinks, have we? 2 Diet Cokes here, but we didn't get 2 Diet Cokes, so we're going to call back in and see what the score is with that. Right, okay, we're at the Widnes Fryer. Now, somebody pointed this out to us a couple of days ago, and he said, have you not been there yet? It's fantastic, and it's brand new. Now, I say brand new, from what I can see on the reviews, it goes back about 5 months. It may be older than that, but it's already got nearly 100 reviews, and it's at 4.9, which is pretty good going. But let's put it to the test. We've gone for fish and chips, which I'll have a look at in a minute. And this, oh, bloody wait to this. This is their salt and pepper sharing box. Hopefully, while I check out the fish and chips. That's a huge box. Look at that lot. Look at that. We've got all kinds of stuff going on in here. I've just given that back to Sue. So she's going to sit in the... See the tilt on the truck then when she got in? The weight of that box. Satay sauce. Oh, well, let's get on with this fish and chips. I'm not a fan, as you know, of this kind of packaging. Now, from what I can make out here, it's got... I asked for the bill to be itemised. It's got £6 for open. Well, this is the only thing in there that's not the box and not the sauces. So I'm imagining £6. Could that be right? Wow, I'm going to have to double check on that because that doesn't sound like a bad deal at all. But the proof, as always, is in the tasting. I'm going to get straight into this. There's a fork. And I did see the machine there. They were peeling the potatoes. They were cutting the chips. They're good. And it's only just around the corner here, about a couple of 100 metres just down the side there. So we're not far at all. Now let's have a look. This is cod. We've got some steam coming out of there, haven't we? That is quite nice. And it's a very popular chippy. Now we're holding on to the oil a little bit. And the batter's quite built up in places. But it is tasty. It is really tasty. Let me get this box back. You saw what it was like, didn't you? It was like a big pile of stuff going on. We have a big hot box in the back of the truck plugged into the 12 volt just to make sure everything stays nice and hot. I'm not going to show you any logos on it. I've been after a couple of companies to try to supply me the hot box, but nobody's even returned an email. Maybe because we're quite small. We're less than 6,000 subscribers. So while I'm on that, get on there and subscribe to the Chippy Tour. It'd be much appreciated and help us get out and visit far more chippies than we're doing at the moment. Right, so as you can see, and I was about to say, I don't remember whether I said it or not, but when this went in the truck, I expected it to come back rearranged, a little bit more order to it, and it looks great, doesn't it? What are these, chicken nuggets?
Yeah.
So we've got salt and pepper chicken nuggets. What's this? We've got salt and pepper. Well, it's all salt and pepper, isn't it? We've got onion rings. And there's a whole mountain of chips with some chili, some peppers. So this is the sumai. We've got barbecue ribs here. Nice. Now before you go off on one, that was 16 quid. So we've got this satay sauce. That's spicy. Have a dunk. It's a bit spicy.
Don't really like it.
No. It's very spicy, but it's quite nice. This is their curry sauce. Let's try that. Oh, it's nice and thick, nice and smooth. That's nice. It's got a nice little kick. Super smooth, just like I like it. That's nice. We've got barbecue sauce. Okay, some nice crispy veg. So it's back to the computer, where we'll look at a few reviews. A low one, somewhere in the middle, a high one. If there is any low ones, at 4.9. And then mine. So we'll see you there. So before we get on to the reviews, there's something I need to talk about. Now, you'll notice in the video, or you will have noticed in the video, that I talk about the cans of Coke or Diet Coke that we didn't get. So we called in and I had a word with the lady who served us. There was other people there. And I said, can you tell me what this is on the itemised receipt? And she says, yeah, it's 2 cans of Coke. I said, yeah, we didn't have 2 cans of Coke. She said, yeah, I gave your wife 2 cans of Coke. Your wife took them. But she seemed adamant that my wife took them. So I spoke to the manager or the owner. And he said, what's wrong? I said, well, we didn't get these cans of Coke on this order. We didn't ask for any cans of Coke. So he goes, oh. So he looked at the order and he goes, so you didn't have the cans of Coke? So it was a bit embarrassing. And she wasn't letting go on that. Maybe she did have a couple of cans of Coke on the side. And maybe someone else before us took them. But it was important to point out because my wife felt really bad being made to look like she'd stolen them. And that wasn't the case. It didn't affect my review. Let's have a look at some of these reviews. 1 star. Asked for a chicken wrap, no onions, sweet chili sauce, got just onions and no sauce. Great, nice one, mate. Response from the owner. Why didn't you phone the shop? This could have been rectified straight away. Why is everyone's first instinct to any slight issue to jump on Google as fast as they can? Do you leave McDonald's a 1-star review every time they forget your sauce? Thought not. Well, see, here's a funny response. I appreciate shop owners, especially when they've got such a high review. I mean, I think there's only 2 1-stars, and I think all the rest are 5s. Something like that, maybe 2 or 3 1-stars, and then the rest are 5. And there was nothing in between. So I was surprised at that myself, that it had so many high reviews in such a short time. But that was a little bit, I don't know about that response, to be honest with you. I understand why you would get annoyed. You've got an issue with your food or your delivery or something. Contact the shop first. Don't just let the shop say get away with something. If something's missing off your order, you want that item. You've paid for that item. So speak to the manager. Don't just leave a 1-star review or a low review. Speak to them. And next time you're passing, they'll rectify it. No doubt about it. So it's just worth it. 5-star. Went there last night to get some fish and chips with my boyfriend, and truly that was the best fish and chips I'd had in a long time. Food was fresh and simply delicious, well presented, and staff was friendly as well. Clean place and fair prices. Will definitely come back when around in this area again. Good job, guys. 5 stars. Thumbs up and a thanks from the owner. Mine, 4-star. I was receiving plenty of recommendations for the Widnes Fryer, so I decided to call in. The first thing I noticed was that there was plenty of customers in what appeared to be a relatively new shop. With a 4.9 rating on the day of my visit, I was expecting good things. The shop was spotlessly clean and tidy, and the staff were polite. I ordered the salt and pepper sharing box, which weighed a ton and was packed to the brim. It offered great value, with a wide selection of foods to try and a couple of sauces. I also ordered the cod and chips, which was a good-sized portion. The chips were cut in the shop and tasted great, while the cod, although not huge, was still a very fair size considering the low price. The batter was crispy, though holding a little oil, but not enough to distract from the flavour. Their curry sauce was thick, smooth, and slightly spicy, just how I like it. Overall, this Chippy is a welcome addition to the Widnes takeaway scene, offering great food options at very reasonable prices. Cooking in oil, payment cash or card, fish reviewed, cod. See you on the next one.
The Chippy tour, cruising the coast, can't ignore. With every bite I'm loving it more. Saving the chippies, that's what I'm for. Yo, I hit the road, got salt in my veins. From London to Scotland, through sunshine and rain. Fish and chips in my hand, it's a noble quest. Supporting the classics, yeah, I'm doing my best. Met a bloke in Troon with a tempura squid. A castle in Wales where I had my bed. From mushy peas to